Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Recruiting Marathon 2021. I can see all of you are here already. We have over 38 comments. I see that you're absolutely excited to be here. Thank you so much for joining us. We have an awesome program lined up for you this evening, where you will have an opportunity to interact directly with our recruiters from right across Jamaica. We have 100 viewers already. We just went live and we have about 114. So awesome. We're really hoping that you will be able to land your dream job this evening. You will get an opportunity to talk directly to the recruiters as well. We will invite you on camera, so make sure that you're in a quiet place, make sure that you're dressed appropriately, and we will give you the opportunity to talk directly to the recruiters themselves and ask your questions, clarify doubts or expectations so that you have a foot in the door. So welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, this program is brought to you by Talent Box Jamaica. So we'll take a 30 seconds commercial break and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to what we call the first ever virtual job fair. Well, there are a lot of job fairs that are virtual now, but this one particularly, we're doing a live stream simply because we wanted to share the information as well as to refer back to the information for those who are not able to join. Welcome right across Jamaica. I'm seeing we have over 300 viewers tuning in. Absolutely amazing. And we have some lovely ladies joining us tonight from various organizations. We have Miss Felicia Gallimore from Concentrics, Jamaica. Wave your hand so they can see you. We have, thank you, we have Sandy Gray from Sagicor, Jamaica. And we have Miss Erica Watson from C4 Global Solutions. Thank you. We have Anadine Nemhart from Ernst & Young, Jamaica. Hi. And then we have Danica Matley from Vistaprint, Jamaica. Awesome. And joining us later will be Caribbean producers as well. So thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you very much. So let's get cracking. You will have an opportunity, as I mentioned to you earlier, to ask your questions. So let us start off by having the recruiters introduce themselves and tell us a little bit about your company, because we know that for some of you, you know, the job seekers may not be familiar with who your organization is. So let's start off with Ms. Gallimore. Please tell us who you are, your role, and a little bit about Concentrics.
Good evening, everyone. Andrew just likes to pick on me, but that's fine. I'll break the ice. I am Felicia Gallimore, and I am from the Concentrics Jamaica Limited, and we are a global organization, and we've been around since the 1980s, but we embarked on the Jamaican market in 2017. And we have locations in Montego Bay as well as Kingston. So I am the talent acquisition manager for Jamaica. I manage the Kingston operations as well as the Montego Bay operations. And at Concentrics, we are a very exciting and wonderful company. We thrive on being different by design, and we always ensure that it's about our candidate experience, as well as when you come in, we go from you being a new hire into that training and into learning and development programs. We strongly believe in developing from within. In 2020, I think out of the leadership positions we had, 60 people were promoted from within. And that's why we're here today partnering with this wonderful institution that Andrew has started, and we love this initiative. We're excited about forward thinking and being innovative. So we thought it bode well that we would work together with Andrew, and we're here to you, the job seekers. 2021 is a year of growth, and we oh my gosh, we have so many positions for you: work at home, customer service, in office. It's just wonderful and fantastic. And I'm so excited. I'm going to stop because my fellow recruiters need their turn. So back over to you, Andrew.
Thank you very, very much, Felicia Ms. Gallimore. I can see the excitement. I can feel the excitement. I'm pretty sure that the viewers are also excited. They're happy to be here. So let's go over to Sandy Gray from Sagicor.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you all for tuning in and for supporting this wonderful initiative. I hope it's beneficial for everyone involved. I'm Sandy Gray. I work with Sagicor Group Jamaica, more specifically as the Assistant Manager for Talent Acquisition and HR Analytics in our Group Human Resources Department. About Sagicor, so we are a company with a reputation of excellence, with a proud history dating as far back as 1840. And we're a dynamic financial group of companies when we operate in over 22 countries across the globe. And we have been guiding generations of families over the years by providing them with the peace of mind that they need to have financial security every stage of their life. And for our team members, we have certain commitments that we make to our team members, where we promise an environment that is fit and safe for work, a place where you can grow in your career, a place with competitive compensation packages, and a place that just values high performance. And even though we work hard, we play really hard at Sagicor. So there's always something going on, whether a charity initiative, engagement initiative, motivation and motivational exercises, you name it. There's just something for everyone here at Sagicor Group Jamaica. So thank you again for tuning in, and looking forward to having our conversations. Over to you, Andrew.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sandy. Let's go now to C4 Global Solutions. Erica Watson. I think you're muted, Erica. We're not hearing you.
Wow, sorry about that. Hi, good evening. I am so excited to be a part of this wonderful initiative, Mr. Fairman, and really looking forward to the support and success for everyone. C4 Global Solutions is a BPO organization. The company started way back in, should I say, way back 2016? It doesn't sound so far, but it is. We started in 2016, and we have been growing greatly. We started with under 20 staff, and we are now over 250 employees. All we do is collections. And so we're looking for, very, very strong collections agents. Okay, this company strive on experienced agents. And so one of the things that we pay attention to is development, career growth. We are strong on training and development. We like to involve a lot of play into work, because the saying, all play and all work and no play makes you can finish it. So we are very big on fun in the workplace, and so we have a lot of promotions. We have social club. We have we focus on giving back as well, and so we encourage our employees to participate in giving back along with what the company does. And so um, we are big on development in every
Yeah.
aspect, both the actual training and growth as well as the part of giving back. So everybody grows in that department. The company is looking forward to grow, and so we're looking for those persons who are passionate about collections, because that's what we do. So I could go on, but I also want to give another person a chance.
Thank you so much. I'm pretty sure you'll hear later on about the roles that they have. And if you realize we have Sandy Grace, who is representing Sagicor,
Mhm.
it's probably in all, well, I'm not sure, maybe all parishes. Then we have Concentrics in Montego Bay and Kingston. Then we have Anadine in Kingston, Danica in Montego Bay, and Erica in Montego Bay. So you have opportunities right across the board. Um, so let's move on now to Anadine Nemha.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Andrew. So I'm Anadine Nemhard. I'm the talent consultant at EY Jamaica, also known as Ernst and Young Services. We are a global market-leading professional services firm with a dynamic group of people in more than 150 countries. We are committed to operating with integrity, quality, and professionalism in the provision of internal and external audit, tax, risk advisory, business consulting, as well as strategy and transaction services. We strive to help all of our people to achieve their professional and personal goals through an inclusive environment that values everyone's contributions, appreciates diversity of thought, fosters growth, as well as provides continuous opportunities for development. EY Caribbean is one of the region's largest seamlessly and fully integrated professional services firm with offices in Aruba, Barbados, Curacao, Guyana, Jamaica, St. Lucia, Trinidad and Tobago, and in the Eastern Caribbean islands. We are recognized by several organizations as being a great place to work, and we strive to continue to maintain that. And as our mantra says, we strive to always ensure that we are building a better working world. Thank you,
Thank
and back
you,
to you,
Anadine.
Andrew.
Thank you. Awesome. Awesome. We can't wait to learn about the roles that you have available. Now we're going to Tanika Maxley from Vistaprint.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Hi, ladies. You're all looking beautiful. Thank you, Andrew, for inviting me to this program here, and thank you for also having it. I think it is so necessary in the the times that we are having now. The pandemic has affected a lot of persons, and this is just a brilliant idea. As you said, I hope that if it's even just one person that any one of the five of us find here tonight, that would be good. That would be a success for me. So thank you for the program, and thank you for connecting us with the job seekers. So I am from Vistaprint. I've been with Vistaprint for 9 years. Vistaprint is a global company. What we do primarily is offer marketing materials to small and medium-sized companies. So, and that's also all over the world. You can go to vistaprint.com and you can check out all the products that we have. Between 2020, I believe, here in Jamaica, we saw a lot of companies. I think the highest amount of companies, of small businesses being registered here in Jamaica. So, for all the small business owners that are here, you can also go to vistaprint.com and check out some materials. What kind of company Vistaprint is, for me, two things that really stand out is the growth that's in Vistaprint. For the past maybe 5 or so years, all of our supervisors were hired within. So internally, we actually have different programs that are designed to help our employees grow. We have different internships, we have exposure programs, we have what we call a role-based team, where, whichever department it is that you are interested in, you can learn more about that department and you can grow. So that for me is really the biggest thing, to see persons come in and how they grow over the years with Vistaprint. Also, we as a company, we live like a family, and we respect each other's voice, each other's concern. And those things are big for me. Yes, we are fun too. We actually have an engagement team that is designed solely to do, all the crazy things, all the fun things. Yes, the pandemic has affected, some of the things that we can do. I'm sure for those who are in Montego Bay, they would know about the Vistaprint parties, right, Anadine and Felicia? So it is a great place to work as well. As I said, I've been here for close to 9 years. We have persons that started with us in 2003 here in Jamaica, that are still with us here in 2021. So, that for me speaks volume. And that's it for me.
Thank you very, very much, Anadine. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have 763 viewers tuning into the program. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for joining. We really appreciate you joining. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do. If you're asking a question, I want you to put #ask, because I have so many comments coming in. When you put #ask, I will be able to highlight your question rather quickly. I might miss it if you don't put #ask. All right. So again, for those who are listening and those who are viewing, if you're asking your question, I wanted to use the #ask, so that I'll be able to highlight your questions rather quickly. Additionally, we're going to be inviting those job seekers to talk directly with the recruiters. So you will get an opportunity to also come on camera. Yes, so make sure you're well dressed up to come on camera and ask questions directly to any of the recruiters here. You will have a time limit because we have so many people tuning in. If you want to join via camera or audio, you need to WhatsApp 575-3298 and just let us know that you have a question to ask, and you rather to ask that via camera. Again, the number is 876-575-3298, and you just WhatsApp, I would like to join on camera to ask a question. Awesome. There's so many jobs here. So let me get out of the way so I can have these recruiters get cracking. So we heard from Felicia. But Felicia, I'm not going to start with you this time. So let's go over to Sandy from Sagicor. Sandy, you have so many jobs available. What I want you to do is to first tell us the positions that you have available and how they can apply. And then we're going to come back in terms of the nitty-gritties that you're looking for specific roles, so that those that are listening can learn and know what they need to do in order to get themselves closer to that opportunity. So go ahead.
Okay, so I'll start with how to apply. One thing to keep in mind is that for Sagicor, all applications should be submitted via the careers portal. So even though we will use platforms such as these or Caribbean Jobs or LinkedIn to advertise the vacancies that we have available, they always direct you to the company website or careers portal on the company website. So that's the first thing you need to know. That's the only way we accept applications. So you'd have to first go to sagicor.com, sagicor.com, and somewhere in our About Sagicor section, you'll find a careers page. And then from there, you'll be able to select apply now and browse for the different opportunities that are available. So that's the first thing to note. Just to do a quick run through, we have approximately 20 vacancies that are currently open on our website for Jamaica only. So I won't go through everything, but the key ones that I want to bring to your attention now are application engineer for our IT department. We also have client services representative vacancies in Sagicor Bank at our Montego Bay Fairview location. We have programmer analyst vacancies in IT again. And we also have over at Sagicor Investments, we have assistant manager capital markets, business support officer, research and strategy analyst vacancies. Back again into the group, which is our shared services division, we have in compliance and risk management department, we have a vacancy for strategic and operational risk, lead generation and lead management for our group analytics department, and pension investment officers and collections associates. There's so many out there. As I said, I think right now it's approximately 20 vacancies right now for Jamaica that once you go on the website right now, you should be able to see each and every one of them. So that's a summary that we have. Andrew, over to you.
Awesome. Thank you very much. So, talk to us then about some of the critical roles that you're really focusing on, and what are you looking for particularly?
Okay, so for this evening, I would like to first zoom into Sagicor Investments, more specifically, or research and strategy analyst vacancy that we have available in that entity. So for this role, the selected candidate will be providing research and analytical support to the department. Well, not just to the department, but to Sagicor Investments Jamaica overall. And this will be done through portfolio and asset management, wealth management, and capital market research and analytics. They would also be responsible for collating economic information from various sources, such as government agencies or international bodies, through which they can use to perform analysis of the Jamaican and the global economy to make decisions as it relates to investments. The key qualifications that we're looking for is, first of all, from an educational background, we're looking for someone with a bachelor's degree in finance, economics, mathematics, or another related field. Preferably someone with experience in quantitative analysis, working in investments, in research, risk management, and strategy management. And also someone who, if perhaps you have a master's in math or finance or econ, that too would be an asset. You have to be a good storyteller, because research is all about compiling and putting things together in a presentable format. So you have to love storytelling, love writing, love researching and compiling. And also you need to be a critical and logical thinker, and able to handle multiple competing priorities at any given time. Also, under Sagicor Investments, we have an assistant manager for capital markets vacancy. And for this one, the selected candidate will be responsible for identifying and analyzing suitable corporations seeking to obtain balance sheet optimization, whether through private or public offers. And they will be involved in the creation of lucrative structures to meet investor needs, to research trading opportunities for Sagicor Investments, and to execute trade on the local and the international market as directed. For this one, we're also looking for a bachelor's degree in finance or equivalent. Experience working in investments and finance would be an asset as well. The Jamaica Securities Certification, knowledge of local, regional, and international capital markets, and also the ability to perform financial analysis and to read and understand financial statements and financial modeling. And those are the two main ones that I would zoom in on for Sagicor investments. Over on the group side, which is our shared services, meaning that you have the potential to serve all the entities that we have in the group of companies. We have right now a lead generation and lead management officer vacancy, and this one is will be supporting our group analytics department in achieving their strategic goals, which will include implementing and executing solutions right across the group that will aid in efficiency and effectiveness and just improving the quality of the different systems, platforms, or procedures and processes that we have within the organization. This too requires a bachelor's degree, more specifically in management studies, computer science, or marketing, and experience in IT in a financial institution would definitely be an asset. You have to be the type of person who's innovative and intuitive and forward thinking. A little bit of programming background helps as well because you'll be helping or participating in redesigning processes and technologies. And just general understanding of business analysis and project management also would be an asset for anyone in this role. And the the next one that I would zoom in on, which is also a shared service that falls under Sagicor Group, is our Enterprise Risk Management Officer vacancy, more specifically strategic and operational risk. So for this one, the selected candidate will be developing and executing and also maintaining a comprehensive group-wide enterprise risk management framework. And of course, that's going to involve stuff such as assessing, controlling, monitoring, and reporting on the different risks and Sagicor's performance or how those risks can impact Sagicor's performance. For those of you who have
So
graduated
hold
from
on, Sandy. Thank you so much. I see I have a few people backstage. So I'm going to be bringing them on. Thank you. You've been sharing so much, useful information. So I'm really hoping that the viewers are paying attention. Alexis, you're up next. We're going to be bringing you on screen, and then Mr. Russell, you're next. But those who are joining backstage, make sure that you are using your full name. All right, so your full name, and then as soon as you come on, I want you to remember this is your elevator pitch. So identify who you are, and then direct your question to one of the recruiters. So Alexis, let's bring you on stage. Hi, good evening, Alexis.
Good night. Are you hearing me?
Good night. Yes, go ahead. Ask your question directed to any of the recruiters.
Okay, so for Sandy, I actually have applied a couple times. Do you have any tips how to make your application stand out? Because I noticed for a lot of the positions you were saying that you needed a degree. However, I do have some experience, but I don't have a degree in the fields that you're asking for.
all right, so most of if you are applying for or specialized professional level experienced professional level position, definitely the bachelor's degree is one of our main requirements. That's one of the foundation requirements for those roles. However, we do have entry level vacancies, or specifically sometimes we'll have well, even right now, we have for our contact center, we'll have branch admin assistants, we'll have clerks and associates who would require a diploma or approximately 6 CXC passes, your CAPE passes, those type of stuff. But if you are applying for the higher level experienced professional vacancies, definitely the bachelor's degree is one of our foundation requirements. So, as soon as you can get started with that, that is one of the first things that I would recommend you to do.
Okay, why I'd ask is because when you say that you want, all right, my experience is above entry level, yes, but the degree is the problem. And I just feel like when job hunters are applying, then when they look on the experience and they don't see certain qualifications that they've asked for, they put your application one side. Whereas it's not a case where, you know, the person cannot do the work, the person cannot learn the work, the person may have a lot of experience in the field, but the application just gets passed over.
Okay, look at it this way. Just in even in other areas of your life, for example, you opening a bank account, you require ID, you require TRN. That is how you should look at qualifications, because we spend the time to put this out there, not just to make the application look complicated. As a matter of fact, we want it to look as simple as we can. So we really limit what we put in a job post. But the things that are there, these are the requirements that are needed in order for you to successfully matriculate into that position. So look at it that way, and remember, everything is a journey. So, you know, even if you don't have it now, that don't mean you can have a degree very soon. So I'm just really, you know, reaching out and really hoping that that situation for you will change. Since as your experience is above entry level, as you would put it, I really hope that your situation changes pretty soon so that you can at least get started towards achieving those certifications.
All right, so thank you very, very much, Alexis. We've got to run. So what you can do, we also have representative from each company in the chat as well. So even if you don't get a chance to come on camera, make sure you're asking your questions, because there are representatives that will be answering your questions that are directly work with the company as well. All right. So thank you very, very much, Alexis. Have a good one. Take care. Ms. Gallimore, I think you have a question, but I'm going to be bringing up now Mr. Russell. Hi, Mr.
Hello,
Russell.
good
Welcome
evening.
to the program.
Hi, good evening. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, go ahead
Okay,
with your
so my
question.
question is for Miss Felicia at Concentrics. So I was wondering, are you the qualification for you guys? Do you accept persons without subjects and such?
Go ahead and take it, Andrew. I know it's not my turn, but go ahead and take it.
I'm sorry?
I know it wasn't my
Yes, you
turn,
can go
but
ahead.
go ahead. Okay. All right. So at Concentrics, good evening, Mr. Russell. All right. So at Concentrics, we have different accounts that require different things. Our basic qualifications that we need is at least 4 CXC subjects. However, we recognize that Heart Trust NTA is another entity in Jamaica that trains a lot of our workforce. So we also accept Heart Level 2 certificates in whatever area. So what I would advise yourself, and I was going to say this to Alexis as well, when you're applying for a role, if your qualification isn't the strongest, don't put it first. Let the recruiter get an opportunity to get to know you before they move your resume to the side. So for example, if you have a lot of experience based on what they're asking for in the job description, put that first. And anything you do in life can be an experience. If you walked a dog, if you babysat, if you shampooed hair, you are a customer service specialist. So it's just how you sell it and how you word it. So look for the characteristics that they are looking for in a candidate and find experiences in your past that matches that and put that first. So you're putting your best foot forward first. Let them go through that, be interested in you, and then when they see, okay, this person only has about 3 CXCs, but they have a Heart certificate or they did some amount of university, then they will just call you to see how you sound and we'll go from there. So that's how we do it at Concentrics. We ensure that we're looking at the complete candidate because we understand that each person's journey is different. So hopefully that answers your question.
Yes, it does. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for your question, sir.
No problem.
You're on mute, Andrew.
Thank you, Mr. Russell. Okay, so let's move on. I think I have other, I have Akeem Saunders. So let's pull up Akeem Saunders. Are you ready, Akeem? Okay, hold on. Let me get you on
Greetings.
screen. So go ahead, Akeem. Please ask your questions.
All right. Good evening.
So good evening.
Hi, Danica.
Everyone.
I know Danica, everyone. This is amazing. My question will be out to EY and Sagicor. What roles do you currently have, Ms. Nemhard, available at, because I know you would have spoken as it. What are the roles that are available? Because I've seen one recently. Apologies. I saw one recently for business consulting staff, which I'm pretty interested in. So I'd like to know a bit more about that role, please.
Hi, good evening, Akeem.
Good evening.
Hi. So we have a staff level, which is either an experienced hire or a graduate hire. So the requirement would be that you would have a bachelor's degree, and because of the nature of the team, the business consulting team, the nature of study is very wide. So you can have
Okay.
experience in computer science, in business,
Mhm.
in analytics, in actuarial science, in engineering. Because as the term business consulting, we are basically assisting clients, especially now based on
Yes.
the pandemic and changes in the business environment in addressing issues or problems that companies might have and need to be solved. It is within the business consulting team. We are still accepting applications that you can
Okay.
apply based on. If you look on my LinkedIn, you will see the where you can submit the you can submit your application. We
Okay.
have extended the application because we're trying to get a batch of persons to come in. So we have extended it. We're looking for, bright persons that are okay with thinking outside of the box,
Mhm.
that like to do research, that are data driven, as well as strong project management skills or
Okay.
competencies that would be able to function in this role.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I will ensure that I get my application through.
I'll keep
Um,
an eye out.
Definitely. Thank you. Miss Gray, Sandy Gray. The role for accounting associate, regulatory reporting. I saw that role and I had applied. I was wondering if you guys are still going through the applications, or if it's moved on to the interview stage as yet.
That is still open. That comes down on Friday, so we are still accepting applications for that vacancy. We
Okay.
haven't started interviewing.
All right, no problem. And what would you say would be the ideal candidate you're looking for that role?
All right, so for that role, of course, the ideal candidate needs to have the foundation for accounting principles. That's the first thing,
Yeah.
and which you will get from your studies. So that's the main requirement. You need to have a background, educational background in accounting.
Okay.
That one does not require years of experience, so that's a good entry level role to start off with for someone who wants a future in accounting field.
Okay.
And if it's just for footing, I don't recommend it because the hiring manager is really seeking for someone who in the future perhaps would want to go on and do their ACCAs or their
Okay.
CPAs. So someone who
CFA.
wants to grow in the industry and
Mhm.
to become a leader in the industry soon and the field of accounting, just to have a love and passion for it, and they're
Okay.
willing to work and train and develop that person.
Okay. All right, no problem. Thank you for that as well. Thank you so much, Mr. Fairman. I have no more
You're
questions.
welcome.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Saunders. Have a good one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's now move on. We've been hearing quite a lot from the job seekers. We need to go now to a few other recruiters that are on the panel as well to talk about their roles. So we did hear from Sandy. Let's now go to Vistaprint. I'm not sure if I'm pretty well. Actually, I really know that they know about Vistaprint. So I'm going to Vistaprint, and then I'm going to go to Miss Watson as well. Okay, so let me go to hold on, Vistaprint. Let me go to Miss Watson. Actually, I know you're looking for collection agents, and I know you're looking for recruiters. Tell us the positions that you're trying to fill actually, and how they can apply and what you're looking for.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Fairman. Okay, so I'm going to mention we need a recruiter. We're also looking for collection agents. So those two roles, a recruiter and and collection agents. So first, for the recruiter, that person would need to be working or have some experience working in the business process, the call center environment, who are used to high volume recruiting. That person should have at least 1 to 3 years recruiting experience, is able to source candidates and find experienced candidates, or is able to make that decision based on the person's ability to learn and execute the job. The collection agents, we ask for at least 6 months collection experience. That person would have to be working in the business process, the call center environment as well. There are other collection experience, but not necessarily collecting from persons in the United States. We're looking for persons who have worked in the call center environment and doing, whether it's, we strongly want third-party collections. We also do first-party collections, but collections, 6 months collections experience, we can work with that person. Not necessarily CXCs, as long as you are able to communicate and you can calculate. So that is a requirement for our collection agents. Right now, you can find us on Caribbean Jobs. You can apply there. You can also find us on Instagram and Facebook. You can also apply on Facebook. So send us your applications. We will reach out to you. You can also send us a WhatsApp message. You can call our number, which is, I can tell you that, it's 876-302-2851. You can ask any question you want. You can email us directly at c4globalsol@gmail.com. So send us your application. We will call you. We will talk to you. And we also have great training so you can matriculate to our production floor. We want to hear from you. Over to you, Mr. Fairman.
Thank you very, very much, Miss Watson. So you're looking for a recruiter, and you are
Yes.
also looking for collection agents.
Yes.
Again, can you repeat that email address for those? And
Okay.
here's what I want you to do, viewers. When you're sending your, coming to you, Miss Watson, when you're sending your application, put virtual job fair 2020 so that they know that it's coming directly from this job fair. All right. So that's what I want you to put so that they know that. So go ahead, Miss Watson.
Okay. The email address is C, that's the letter C, the number 4, then globalsol@gmail.com.
Thank you very much. And again, the roles are recruiter and collection agent, and this is for Montego Bay. So thank you very much, Miss Watson. I'm pretty sure that you're going to be getting some really good applications. I see some questions coming in, but I have 2 people on backstage. So let's go to Shajay Williams. We're coming to you now. And just for those who are tuning in, we will give you the opportunity to just ask 1 question so we can get to the others. There are a lot more. So go ahead. Welcome to the program, Shade Williams.
Hello, good day.
Good day.
My question was kind of open to anybody, but I was interested in Sagicor, so I guess it's directed to Sandy Gray. I was asking, so if it's a case where you have a bachelor's degree in, say, for instance, economics, however, you'd like to have a job position with something else, how do I read this? All right, so the rest. All right.
That's fine. Take a breath and start over.
I was just saying, suppose you have a bachelor's degree in economics, however, you'd like to do something else. A lot of the job positions available,
All right. So
Then
if
if
you
we qualify for, because we did already do something else, how would we go about applying for these positions?
So
If
let me
we
see if I understand. You have a bachelor's in econ and you want to know if you can go ahead and apply for other positions that don't necessarily ask for a bachelor's in econ.
yeah.
That's the question. Okay. And I mean, that's perfect. A lot of our vacancies you'll see where we state or a related field. So, even though we might say business management, economics can be considered a related field based on the different disciplines or the different theories and practices that you'd have been exposed to throughout your studies. So, of course, you can definitely apply where you see where you have transferable knowledge, transferable skills. And then also, there will be some entry level positions that do not require a bachelor's. So, it really doesn't matter what area you studied for your bachelor's degree, you can still go ahead and apply for those.
Because
And
sorry,
go ahead.
I was saying the issue I was having also is that some of the jobs they're requiring a certain amount of experience, and
Mhm.
some of us do not have this experience, and we would
Mhm.
like to get the job, but we don't have it.
Yes. So apply for the ones that you do meet the qualifications for. So not all positions will ask for a certain number of years of experience. The other participant who came on earlier, he asked about our accounting associate vacancy for regulatory accounting. That if you go on the website now and you look at that, you won't see where we're asking for to have any years of experience. What you'll see is that you would need to have a educational background in accounting, understanding of general ledgers, and just have the right attitude based on our surgical core values, which you can find on our website as well, just to get to understand what we look for as it relates to what it means to be a surgical strong team member. You have to embody those values and, of course, have the background. And then you can be considered with or without an experience for a role such as that. And one thing you have to remember is that there are thousands of applicants, only a few jobs, and not all jobs will be available at the same time. So if you go there this week and you don't see something, check again next week, check again the other week until something becomes available that you do meet the requirements for.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Miss Williams. Thank you,
Thank you.
Shajay. Okay, let us move on. Let's now feature some questions from social media. They are coming in by the dozen. This question is from Shanice Gowans, who's saying, how do I apply to Concentrics? And what is the waiting time for someone to reach out, or before someone reaches out? This is for you, Miss Gallimore.
Yes. Hi, thank you for that question, Shanice. And I think we have that from a lot of people in the chat. How you apply at Concentrics, you can apply several ways. We are always posting on CaribbeanJobs.com. That's our main place to post. However, you can apply directly to us at jm.talent@concentrics.com. And I think Andrew can drop that in the chat for me. I provided that a little bit earlier. That is our direct email or direct inbox. I noted that you asked for the turnaround time. As my fellow recruiters mentioned before, we have so many applications coming in. In any given month, we receive over 4,000 or 5,000 applications at Concentrics. And you would imagine if we're filling 100 or 150 roles, that we would not get the opportunity to get back to every single applicant. But if you are determined and persistent, you can apply again, or you can go to our Instagram page at Concentrics Jamaica. Right. And this is where we answer you within 2 days. That is our turnaround time. We have 2 live human beings, flesh and blood, monitoring those chats. So if you send your information there and say, my name is Shanice, and I applied, I would love to know what my status is, then you can check. And I have several persons who stated that. So when I get my turn, I'll address those questions directly, Andrew. But that is the response. So you can reach us on Instagram at Concentrics Jamaica, or you can apply directly to our inbox at jm.talent@concentrics.com, and Andrew's going to help me by dropping that in the chat. And then your turnaround time for the email may be a week, if not a little bit more. The most immediate way to get a response is through Instagram. Back over to you, Andrew.
Thank you. I think, Danica, this question is for you. How long after resigning on good terms from Vistaprint can an individual reapply?
I believe, hi again, everyone. Hi, Javia. I believe it's 6 months after you have resigned that, again, once it's on good terms, that you can reapply. If it is that you are the person that's interested or anybody else that's there, you can send your name to me at dmatterly@vistaprint.com, and I will check on it for you and get back to you. Andrew can also drop that in the chat for me as well.
Awesome. So, Mr. Henry, we're coming to you. Let's take on Mr. Henry on screen. Welcome, Mr. Henry. And then Anadine, we're coming to you so you can talk about your position after Mr. Henry. Go ahead, Mr. Henry. Welcome to the program. We're not hearing you. You're muted. So while Mr. Okay, go ahead now.
Okay, I'm saying thank you very much. And thank you to everyone for this initiative. I imagine that it will reach a lot of persons who are in need of a job now. My question isn't necessarily for any specific person, although I acknowledge that from both EY and Sagicor, there are roles for graduates who have a bachelor's degree and they can apply. So I might look into those. My question, however, is one of the things throughout university that I failed to do to some extent was networking. And in figuring out where in life you want to go, what's a career path, and where do you see yourself in, say, 5-10 years, even if you apply to a number of companies and you're unsuccessful, it's still necessary to have a healthy networking force. So for me, to all 5 of you lovely ladies, I was just wondering if I could send you a request on LinkedIn for a connection, if that is okay, while applying for.
I can readily say yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yes, people tend to do that, and they send their
That's what we're
questions.
talking about. Mr. Henry meant business. Go ahead.
That's my question. That's it.
All right. So, all right then. So if that's it, Mr. Henry, we're moving on. We have a ton load of questions. Miss Watson, can you share your contact details? Because I'm getting questions about your contact details, Miss Watson. So can you share that? Maybe share your email address again. And I was asked for your telephone number directly, maybe the office number. So if you'd like to share that.
Oh, sure. The office number is 876-302-2851. Got that? That's 302-2851. Okay. And the email address again is the letter C, the number 4, global, then the first 3 letters of solutions. So that's C4global sol@gmail.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Anadine, let's talk to you now, because Anadine, I know you have some exec level roles. So this live or this job fair is not just for entry level roles, you know. If you're an executive and you're looking for that next career move, Anadine has some opportunities for you. Talk to us about those, Anadine.
Thank you, Andrew. Since you started on the exec roles, I'll just discuss both. So we have a team of persons that, in terms of the exec level, the team is called Strategy and Transactions. So we have 2 roles that are available that we're currently advertising for. And I'll discuss both of them, but it's within the same team. Okay? So there is strategy and transactions, valuation and transaction diligence. And the requirements for that role is that you will be assisting the strategy and transaction team in determining the right deal to do, when to assist them. What you'll be doing is act as a project manager in valuation, financial modeling, and transaction diligence projects. You'll be asked to assist with both the buy side and the sell side of clients during an acquisition or divestment process to identify risk as well as opportunities associated with this transaction. This is a senior manager level role, and the requirements for that role would be a bachelor's degree with an emphasis in accounting, finance, business and or related field, a professional designation which would include a CCA, CA, CPA, CFA or CBV, at least 7 years experience in mergers and acquisitions, due diligence, structuring and post acquisition planning, and be able to exhibit a high degree of proficiency in financial and commercial analysis, as well as to assist in identifying risk and opportunities across various industries, products, markets, competitors, and customers. We also have a junior level, or what we would classify as an experienced higher level role, which is the business consulting staff position. And that is within our business consulting team. We are expanding that team to assist in, especially now during COVID, with companies being able to identify risk, identify gaps within their business model, as well as to make recommendations and create solutions that will assist them in increasing revenue, eliminating risk, and increasing their overall profits. And that position would be the requirement is that you'd have a bachelor's degree in across various industries. So you can have a bachelor's degree in accounting, finance, computer science, HR, engineering, uh, as well as project management, entrepreneurship, and actuarial science. So all positions are available that you can apply online. The positions are currently advertised on my LinkedIn. Outside of that, you can send your resumes to recruitment@jm.ey.com. Thank you, Andrew.
Awesome, 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 awesome. So again, for those of you who are interested in Ernst and Young, you have Anadine here giving you all the information as it relates to how you can apply. Kim Malcolm, please get yourself ready. We're going to be bringing you on stage, and then we're going to Miss Wilson. We will give you the opportunity to ask only one question. So let me go back here. K. Malcolm, are you ready? Bringing you on, you can ask your question. Go ahead. Go ahead, K. Malcolm. No? All right, so let's move to Miss Wilson. We'll give you an opportunity to ask the question real quick, and then we're coming to Vistaprint. Go ahead, Miss Wilson.
Good evening to you, everyone. Thank you so much, Mr. Fearman, for joining me today. Sorry. My question is, I actually had two in it, but it's okay. Let me just quickly go with the one. For persons like myself who has been laid off from the hospitality industry, I have like over 5 years, more than 5 years experience in customer service. But I realize that most of the companies that are employing, they need actually over 2 years experience or over a year experience in the BPO industry, or they are requiring, or they don't really consider transferable skills as much. Because having over 5 years experience, especially in customer service, in the hospitality industry, I mean, that's a whole lot of experience. That's a whole lot of customer contact experience as well. But I don't see where most of these organizations consider transferable skills. Anyone can take the question.
What is the question?
Who wants to take that?
The question is, I would like anyone to just expound more on the reasons why transferable skills are not really, they don't really matter, but why is it that they don't matter?
All right, so I guess from our company perspective, I will answer the question by rephrasing what you said. So it does matter to us. So transferable skills matter. And one thing that I would recommend that you do then is self-assess based on what is presented in front of you, on what is advertised, and it comes back to what you're applying for, right? So if it's the case where you have transferable skills for a role, you can be considered. We have people who would have studied engineering who are working in the bank. We have people who would have done hospitality who are working in human resources or whatever the case may be. Transferable skills is those are always considered. So it really comes back to what you are applying for and the overall requirement and whether or not you meet those requirements. So don't just limit it to the one area, which is the experience, because it includes the qualifications, the certifications, the skills, the competencies, the experience. Everything is a part of the requirement for the position.
Okay, so I do have the qualification, I do have the experience, I do have the skill, but it's just that they will say that you don't have this amount of experience in this specific industry. I had to ask a recruiter once. I said, I have been in the authority industry and I know I do have skills that can be used. And that was the time when she actually considered me at that moment. I got the job, but after I relocated, I had to resign because of that. But no, I cannot get any more jobs from that.
All right, so Miss Wilson, may I chime
Thank
in?
you.
And I think all things Jamaica has been typing that let Concentrics and Vistaprint answer. So we'll chime in and answer. Again, it goes back to how you package yourself and how you package your resume. So if when you're applying for a job and it's telling you, I need ABC, and within your EFG, you actually have ABC, but you state hospitality, guest services, and that's it. I won't look further because you're not matching what I'm looking for. A recruiter sees about 30, 60, 70, 200 resumes per day, depending on the day. So you have to let your resume stand out. So if they're asking for customer service skills, and you know in your industry, you service customers on a daily basis because you see different guests, package that in a way so that when I read it, I see that the skills are transferable. Then when you get called, that is the key thing, how do you sell yourself? When I ask you a question, tell me, have you ever worked in the customer service industry? You're going to say, no, but I work in hospitality. You're disqualifying yourself. You said, I have worked in customer service. It may not have been in the BPO industry. So it's how you sell yourself. And every question you are asked, if you're asked, as we're going to ask you open-ended questions, closed-ended questions. So when you get that open-ended question, that's your time to shine. That's when you're going to look at all the experience you have, think of all the possible questions they ask. And if they say to you, how have you handled a stressful situation or like that? Instead of saying, well, the job is no, you link a stressful situation to providing a service to a customer so that they see that you have that transferable skills. So again, it's how you package your resume and how you sell yourself in that interview. And if you wow them, they have to go back and say, yeah. Sorry, I get so passionate.
Awesome. So Miss Wilson, we've got to run. Have a good one. Let us now go to Vistaprint. Talk about your positions, and then Miss Gallimore, we're going to have you talk about your positions. And I need to feature a lot of questions here as well. So look at this one. This one is asking about, and I guess this is for call centers. What about work from home opportunities? So if you offer work from home opportunities, recruiters, just put your hand up so that they can see. Okay, so Vistaprint and Concentrics, they are offering work from home opportunities. Go ahead, Danica, talk to us about the roles that you have available.
All right, thanks, Andrew. I'll try to be quick. I love the energy, Felicia. um, and I agree with a lot of what you just said about, putting together the resume. It's really how you sell yourself. As she said, if your experience isn't the strongest point, don't put it first. If your education is not the strongest point, don't put it first. Highlight what your the most valuable asset that you have. So list your experience if that is what you have. I'll talk just briefly about the positions. So Vistaprint is located in Montego Bay. We don't have an office in Kingston. I saw that question being asked earlier. We are only located in Montego Bay. However, we do have two positions that we're hiring for now, where you can be anywhere in Jamaica and apply for this position. It's our remote first position. It's for a lead analyst or also an analyst. So we are looking 3 analysts, and that's of course data and the analytics team, as well as for the lead for that team. What you need to join this team, you need to have experience, at least 1 year experience in the analytics field. And you also need to have a degree in, it can be computer science, can be IT, it can be business, as long as, you have the experience. So if you don't have the degree, but you have experience in the analytics field, we'll also consider you for that role. What you'll be doing is, as it says, it's an analytics role, so you would be looking at different data sets and being asked to, of course, provide insightful information on it. You are asked to be able to do SQL. For the lead analyst, you need to be very good in that with SQL. We are also looking for operations manager. That is not a remote position. You will need to be in the Montego Bay office for that position. You are required to have at least 2 years leadership experience in the BPO. We have gotten quite a few resumes for that position, but you can still apply. We also have an associate product specialist. That's also a tech role. What you need to be qualified is also to have a degree in IT, computer science, something of the sort. What experience we're looking for is project management and any tech related experience. The position that we're actively working on now, though, is the care specialist position. This is a contract position. It is for 6 months. Now, you can find all of these positions at vistaprint.com/careers. Andrew, if you can drop that in for me, please. Again, that is vistaprint.com/careers, and you will see all of our positions, or external positions listed there. You can also find some on LinkedIn, on Caribbean Jobs, and also on careerja.com. I think that is it. For the work from home, or care specialists, at least half of the population is working from home. So there are opportunities once you are with the company. You can actually work from home as a care specialist. And that, I think, is it. Andrew, have I missed anything? Is there any questions that you want me to answer specifically?
Okay, so I'm going to be searching for the questions. There are quite a number of questions. With I mean,
For
there's
Vistaprint.
so many questions here. So I'm going to be searching for your questions, Tanika. So let's just recap real quick. You're looking for customer care specialists on a contractual basis. You're looking for data analysts and managers as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, go on to www.vistaprint.com/careers. For those who probably want to get some real value out of this and don't want their resume to be lost in the other 1,000 that you have, are there anything, a number, an email address that they can use, Danica? Or they have to go directly to the website?
Yes, all of our positions, you can either apply through LinkedIn or website directly. That that is how we actually accept all applications. It's a side note though. During the pandemic, I got a lot of messages on LinkedIn, just persons asking for tips, how to get jobs, what positions are available, not just with my company, but with every other company. And so what I started doing, a lot of my Saturdays was spent just helping persons to look jobs that I don't know. So I started something as basically a charity effort where persons can send their resumes to recruiting at readyrecruitsltd.com, and I'll help to see if I can connect you with a recruiter. So again, this doesn't mean that I'm going to get you a job, but what it does mean is that I'm trying to get your resume seen by a recruiter, which is, as you guys have recognized, it's a lot. As Felicia said, we get thousands of resumes daily, and we might just need 15 persons when we have over 2,000, 3,000 resumes. So I understand that it's really hard. So, if you can send your resume to that email address, I'll try my best to help connect you with some of the recruiters.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So let's now go. Sandy, we're coming to you. I have so many questions for you. But ladies and gentlemen, even if we don't get to your questions tonight, please ask them, because the recruiters would probably want to go back later on tomorrow to answer your questions. So there's so many questions we're not able to get through to all of them tonight. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't ask your question. Okay, so please go ahead and ask your question as well, and they'll answer them later on. As well as you can connect with all of these recruiters with their permission on LinkedIn as well. If you're wondering how you are going to be, how you're going to stand up from the 1,000 people we had earlier, send them a LinkedIn request and build that connection. So, Ms. Gallimore, let's go to you. Talk about the roles that you have.
Okay, thank you. All right, so at Concentrics, I'm going to focus on Montego Bay a bit, because this will answer questions from, I think, Tajri, Tasanya, Daniel, Shade, Rodane, and Keela. We have a brand new account that we are launching. We're actually starting recruiting for it March 1, and it affords university students the opportunity to work part-time. And it is for our coffee lovers or coffee specialists. It is an amazing brand. It's a global brand that is well known, competitive salary, and we provide hands-on training, and we will be hiring about 200 part-time advocates. And what we need for that is what we do. We work with your flexible schedule. So you work part-time during the school year, and then in December you go over to full-time, so you're able to get that full-time opportunity. So we have a brand new account launching. Look out for it. It's going to be on Caribbean Jobs, and it's also going to be on our Instagram page. And what we plan on doing for this is giving you that opportunity to get work experience. That's a lot of the main problem we see. People have degrees but no work experience, and we work with your schedule. We also have going right now, we have reservations positions available, and that is partial work at home, meaning training is work at home, production is work at home, nesting is work at home. However, because our candidate and our employee career pathing is important, you do come in for 2 or 3 weeks each month or every other month to get a hold of the site, get your QA sessions going, SME sessions, and just to meet and see people, because we understand that there can be screen fatigue. For Kingston, though, we do have sales positions available at the end of March. So customer service, coffee specialist, and we do have chat account coming in March as well, but it will be voice and chat, and those would be in office. All right, so those are some of the positions that we have coming up. Andrew, I try to be as brief as possible.
All right, thank you, Miss Gallimore. I'm going to be asking you to share your information. But Dominica, can you share your email address again, please, for those who need to email you, maybe for the resume writing or
Okay.
resume assistance, I think.
Okay, sure. So it is recruiting at readyrecruitsltd.com. So I will drop it in the comments here
Yes,
on
yes,
LinkedIn
please.
so that others can see
Yes.
it.
Awesome. Ms. Gallimore, can you share your email address as well, so that they can?
Yes, Andrew, I just put it in our chat so you can transfer it over. And I
I'm
also
sorry?
I put it in the chat.
Oh, awesome, awesome.
Right, so you can transfer it over or display it on the screen. I've also put our Instagram handle. As mentioned before, we have over 5,000 applications per month. So if you want immediate response, go to our Instagram, and as well as using the jm.talent@concentrics.com.
Awesome. So
Awesome.
to reach out to Concentrics, it is jm.talent@concentrics.com. To apply for Sagicor role, you go directly to www.sagicor.com. Am I correct, Sandy? Yes, Sandy, I have about a
Yes,
million
you are
questions
correct.
for you, you know. I
Throw
have a
them at
lot of
me. Go
questions for you.
ahead.
Yes. But Anadine, talk to us about how they can, well, remind us rather, how they can reach out to you or apply for the roles that you have.
Sure. So you can apply and send. So the jobs are advertised on Caribbean Jobs. However, you can send an email to recruitment@jm.ey.com and include the job title in the subject line when you're applying. So there's three positions. There is a business consulting staff, there is a senior manager, there's a senior manager, valuations and transaction diligence, and there is the senior manager merger and acquisitions. So you would include your cover letter and your resume to the email address, and you would include in the subject line the specific role that you're applying for.
Okay, okay. Thank you very, very much. And I see
Thank
Stephen
you.
Beckford asking about opportunities, phone-based opportunities. Jessica, we're coming to you. Get yourself ready. I suspect that for all the call centers, all the business process sourcing organizations, they're phone-based. So that question is answered. Someone asking about Caribbean producers. So Mariah, Caribbean producers didn't make it tonight, but you can still whether follow me on LinkedIn or follow Talent Box, and I can pass that information over to Renee, who is the recruiting lead there at uh, CPJ. So Jessica, let's come over to you real quick. You'll have an opportunity to ask your question. Go ahead, Jessica Francis. Jessica? Okay, so I'm not getting Jessica. Anadine, question for you about Ernest & Young in terms of the location.
Yes, we are only located in Kingston. We're located at 8 Olivier Road, Kingston 8, which is close to Manor Park. So we're only located in Kingston in Jamaica.
Okay, thank you. Sandy, a question for you. Someone asking about opportunities for college students.
Okay. College students, I'm assuming that they mean they're currently enrolled at the tertiary level. All right. Yes, we do. Right now, we have My Cash sales agent vacancies, more specifically for Mandeville and Montego Bay, and Kingston as well. Yes, so Kingston and St. Andrew, Mandeville, and Montego Bay. This is the type of position that offers flexible schedule, so you can actually study and be a MyCash sales representative.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Danica, here's a question for you. This person is asking about part-time positions at Vistaprint. Do you have?
Not at this time. We had a part-time open a few weeks ago, but not anymore.
All right. So no part-time roles available, unfortunately. Ms. Gallimore, for your successful candidates, for all those people that are tuning in, when you pass someone through your recruitment funnel and you make them an offer, what characteristics do they have so that they can know and talk to us about the successful candidate, in short, so that they can be educated? We're not hearing you. I think you're muted.
Yeah, I realized. A successful candidate is successful from the get-go, meaning confidence. So once you approach your resume, once you get that first pre-screening call, you answer clearly, you speak well, you know how to express yourself, you have a good grasp of the English language, you are trainable, and you are willing to be a team player and be a part of a community and be a part of a family, because one of our main culture statements is we are and we all contribute to one Concentrics. It means that whether you are an entry-level agent to the CEO, we all are one Concentrics. So we're looking for that person who is team-oriented, as well as someone who is willing to stand out. The ideal candidate is someone who has applied for entry-level position, but has their sights on longevity with us. So it's not a 6-month thing you're looking for. You're looking for longevity. You want to be with us 2 years, 3 years, and you want to grow. You want to be involved in our engagement activities. You just want to be engrossed in the company, and job security. So you know that you are integritus. So there is no call avoidance. There is no anything nefarious, because we have our little tricks and tactics, right? So just honesty from the start, and just someone who wants to grow and really just wants a good opportunity and is willing to work hard for it.
Thank you very, very much. Any of you offer data entry jobs? Put up your hand if you do. Okay, so Brittany, unfortunately. Okay, you do, Sandy?
Yes, not currently available, but just recently, a few weeks ago, we had a data entry assistant vacancy.
Okay. So now there you go, Brittany. Unfortunately, it's closed. Go ahead, Felicia.
I saw this with the data entry as well. If there are any paid internships, currently we have 2 paid internship positions that we're looking for. We haven't posted the ad yet. We just decided today that we need it. So amazing things you're doing already, Andrew, with this forum. So that will be posted, and it's somewhat data entry as well as you're going to be helping out the recruiting and HR department.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Somebody saying thank you, Danica. Let's see if we can get through some more questions. Anything that you want to share, and this is for all the recruiters that I have here, that you think you must share. We still have about 600 people viewing. That is critical to your recruitment process. Anybody that they must follow, they must know? Go ahead.
Especially in the culture that we're in, this atmosphere of virtual recruiting, we rely heavily on phone conversations and video conversations. Confidence is key. And I'm seeing even here in the chat, we have job seekers, we have some usernames, problem child, girl over there. So those things. Set yourself up for success from the start. So if you're sending out your resume, ensure that you have a professional email address. When you're receiving a call, ensure that your voicemail is not a certain song or anything. It's professional. Thank you for calling XYZ, because you're in the job hunting mode. Once you receive a call and it's a strange number or blocked, answer it good afternoon or hello, not who is this or who, you know what I mean? Set yourself for success from you press that button with that resume. When you come, especially for our video interviews, Andrew said it earlier, ensure that your background, ensure that you're dressed and so on. Be mindful of these things, because these small things can make the difference between you getting a job and not getting it. If you apply for a job once, twice, and you don't get it, and it's a job you really want, keep going at it. Find other ways to get in touch with people, not angrily to say, oh, I applied a million times and no one got back to me. Just say, I really want this job, right? And I have applied several times and I'm going to keep trying until I get it. So I saw Kishana. I love the confidence in your question, Kishana. Very audacious. Apply some of that to your application process. Unfortunately, we cannot disclose the salaries that we have, but we have a very good range and it is very, very competitive. Captain Scott is asking to repeat the email address. So it's jm.talent@concentrics.com. I think Andrew is going to put it back up again.
Thank you. Go ahead, Sandy. Most critical.
Well, yes. So one of the key things, first of all, you have to apply via the careers portal. That's one thing that I cannot stress enough, because we have people who don't follow the instructions. They submit something, they send you an email, they send something through Caribbean Jobs and they said that they applied. No, read instructions. First of all, you have to apply via the portal. And then second of all, we are doing virtual interviews. So still dress up. Put on your suit if you have a suit. If you don't have a suit, iron your shirt, button it up. Put on your tie if you have a tie. Comb your hair. Just dress for the position that you want to get and come on screen with the same level of professionalism and enthusiasm that you would have if it was in person. And don't forget to browse the company website. Our careers portal is hidden in the About Sagicor section. So I don't know how you get to the application without reading about Sagicor. So browse, take in the information, know about us. We want to know that you know about us before you even take a foot in the door. So just have that passion and that enthusiasm to become a part of the Sagicor family before you even submit an application. And trust me, you are already off to a good start.
Awesome. Anadine and go ahead, Anadine, then we go to Danica.
One of the things I always say is prepare to influence the outcome. And, sometimes in job hunting or just in life in general, sometimes we worry about external factors that are outside of our control. So we worry that the other candidates might have a better resume, or the other candidates might have more work experience, or they might have a degree and you don't. But what are some of the things that are within your control that you can work on to get the outcome that you're looking for? Is it that maybe you get a resume written by a professional in case you might not be as familiar or comfortable with your resume as is? Is it that sometimes maybe you have to practice by yourself to have a conversation with yourself? How do you in terms of practicing your interview style, how do you answer questions? Like I've worked in recruiting for many years, and if I'm doing an interview as in for myself, I still practice questions. I still do the same tips that I would tell a job seeker to do, not because I'm always on the other side of the table. It doesn't mean that I can get comfortable and assume that because it's something that I'm always doing and I know what to look out for, it isn't a trained or learned skill. So a lot of the times is, making notes, even reading about the company. Persons will apply to a company and you call them and you're asking them question, and even just a general question about what the company does, what do you know about the company, and persons don't know how to answer the question. So the thing is, in job hunting, it has to be a mutually beneficial agreement where what you're bringing to the table. You're bringing your skills, your knowledge, your competencies, your expertise, your personality, and the companies offering you compensation, benefits, and opportunity for professional and personal growth. But on both ends, the company in the interview wants to feel as if, it's going to be mutually beneficial. And on your end as well, you have to see if it is going to be a culture fit. Is this going to take you where you want to go in terms of a career? But looking at job hunting or looking at interviews from a holistic point of view, not just I want to work at a specific company or I want this specific job, thinking about all the internal and external factors that would come into play, and do your research. Like, you would be surprised, even sometimes, especially for persons that are competing for entry level positions. No, the recruiters can tell you we see 100 of resumes, and the fact that you even get an interview, sometimes you are probably out of 10 of thousands of applications. So you have this opportunity. Do your research. Do your research. Understand understand about the company, the industry that the company is in, general questions, what the company is doing in the news, corporate social responsibility. Just overall, do your research. That's what I would say. Do your research.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Anadine. Let's go to Danica.
Okay, so my two tips. I actually just added the email address to my name on screen, Andrew, so that persons can see it.
Okay.
But my two tips. One, network. A lot of companies have a referral program. For us, we do have a referral program. So somebody that works at Vistaprint can recommend you. And we actually look at those a lot, because what we're trusting is that our employees will know what culture, what behaviors, what it is really that we're looking for in someone for them to, be a part of our company. So we trust when they send in the referrals. What that means is that they can send in your resume or just your name for us to take a look at it. And, as I said, we at Vistaprint have a very good referral program. The other thing is, as Anadine had said, you apply for a job, you have to stay ready. You have to get ready and you have to stay ready. So if you apply for the job, don't wait until the recruiter calls for you to think about all the things that you want to say. You're selling yourself, and just like you'd want to sell any product, just like you'd want to highlight all of the benefits, you have to highlight all your benefits. You have to highlight your experience. As we said earlier, you might not have a degree, but you can do so much more. You are so much more than a degree. And yes, some jobs do require the degree. If you have the experience, sell your experience. But get ready, stay ready. So when the recruiter calls, you're already on it and you're ready to talk to them. Let the recruiter be the one to tell you, okay, thank you, because you have so much to say about yourself.
Absolutely. Thank you. And for Sandy, there was a question about, I think, graduate, or I think I need to find that. There's so many questions coming in. For those who are asking about CPJ, I will ensure that I post the information. So make sure you're following us on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on all the social media platforms, because they weren't able to join tonight, but I will be sharing the information. All right, I have their information, so I'll be able to share that with you. Thank you, Nicholas. So ladies and gentlemen, ladies, finally, just share where they can drop off their resume so that we can close out this segment. I want to leave them with that. Again, let's start with Danica. Tell us your email address.
Okay.
Not your personal, but or the website as well, where they can apply for jobs. Sorry.
So you can apply to Vistaprint you can find our jobs at vistaprint.com/careers. So pretty simple, vistaprint.com/careers. For my personal help, you can send your resume to recruiting@readyrecruitsltd.com.
Thank you. Let's now go to Anadine.
So all three jobs that would have been highlighted are currently being advertised on Caribbean Jobs. For specific attention, you can send your resume to recruitment@jm.ey.com.
Thank you. And
Is this
Sandy?
question for me, Shamar? Shamar, what is the name of the company on
I mean, you
LinkedIn?
can share it as well if you're on LinkedIn. I guess it's
The
probably for
name.
everybody.
Okay, so the name of the company is EY on LinkedIn. So EY.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Awesome. Go ahead, Sandy.
All our applications should be submitted via the company website. So you would first go to sagicor.com and you navigate to the careers portal from there. We post our vacancies weekly. So if you don't see something today, check again next week, check again next month. That is where all applications should be submitted. Once there's a vacancy, it's there.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have been for Shamar. I will share CPJ's information later on or tomorrow. So please log back on to Talent Box. All across all social media platforms, and I'll be sharing that information with all of the viewers tomorrow as well. It has been an absolute pleasure, but I cannot leave without not letting you know we're going to be hosting another massive job fair, which won't be live. So this is kind of our test job fair, ladies and gentlemen. But we're going to be having a massive job fair where the recruiters will have their own rooms, they will have their own booth, they'll have their own private room. And in addition to having doing the interviews, we're going to be having speakers and presenters. So you can pop into booths and you can pop into presentations, etc. So that's coming up. If you are interested, you must stay tuned to Talent Box. So here's what you need to do. Follow us on all social media platforms: YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We're there. It has been a pleasure. I want to thank all of our recruiters. Again, Sandy from Sagicor, Danica from Vistaprint, Anadine from Ernst & Young, Miss Erica Watson from C4 Global Solutions, and Miss Gallimore from Concentrics. Ladies, please share your LinkedIn, because I'm pretty sure your LinkedIn is going to be blowing up. So if you want to share that, if you don't, it's fine. But if you want to, go ahead.
You can just search for
Danica.
Danica Matali. Yes, you can just search for Danica Matali. Doneika. Last name is Matali, Matalie.
Thank you. Anadine.
So it's Anadine Nemhard. So ANADEEN and Nemhard NEMBHARD.
Thank you. And Sandy.
Sandy Gray. That's I don't know if I have to spell that one, but Gray with an A. So that's it. Sandy Gray.
Oh, Sandy Gray. Oh, I have somebody behind. Cassie Forbes. Hold on. Let's see if Cassie is here. Hi, Cassie. Are you here? No, I think Cassie left. So, ladies and gentlemen, well, I keep on saying ladies and gentlemen, but it's only ladies that I have. Beautiful ladies right across Jamaica. Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure. We would not have been able to do this without you. So thank you. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the job seekers, as you can see the comments coming in, they're very grateful for this opportunity. In fact, it was a learning curve for a lot of people as well, just getting information as to how they can apply. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Talking Talent. Catch us tomorrow. We will be talking about resume writing fundamentals, and we will be joined by Amanda Lewis, all the way from Trinidad and Tobago. And Amanda Lewis is actually a recruiter and career coach herself. So all of you who need tips on resume writing, join us tomorrow. I see Francis coming back on, and I don't want to end without answering her question. So Jessica, are you here?
Yeah.
You can say something so you know you're here. No, Jessica Francis? Okay, so we're not hearing Jessica. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Have a good one. Thanks.
Struggling to find the right candidate? Need to streamline your recruitment process with a simple and user-friendly platform? Introducing CareerJA, Jamaica's newest and most cost-effective way to hire fast and hire smart. As an employer, you can advertise your job, schedule and track interviews, chat with job seekers to build your employee brand, remove the recruitment hassle, and focus on your core business duties by using CareerJA today. CareerJA, connection made easy.